That's it. It's the only question. Then you start thinking, now who would that person be? So 1, it increases your exposure. Number 2, you build a following. And 3, you can become a celebrity in your own niche. You know that's what you can do when you have an online presence. Did you guys know that? You know how many people became famous online doing just these things? That's what a blog does for somebody, what the blog piece does. Increase exposure, build a following, and it allows you to become a celebrity in your niche. So let me give you a couple of stories to show you people that have done that. How many people have seen the movie Julie and Julia? Okay, how many of you know that Julia was, college graduate? She didn't know Jack from Jill. And she didn't know what she was going to do for a living. She was basically a nobody, like all of us probably feel like we are, right? And so she met up with the cook, and she decided she was going to become a chef. And the way she did it, she made the internet her accountability partner. This is one way you can use the BlogBeast. Now, how do you do that? Well, she cooked a recipe every day. Julia Child had, was it The Joy of French Cooking? The Art of French Cooking. And she had 526 recipes. So what Julie did is make a recipe or two every single day and post online what she did, especially the bloopers. Every day she'd post, I cooked this, that blew up in the oven. The guy didn't have this, we didn't, all the mistakes. And the first month, only her mother came to whine. Why are you doing that? That's really stupid. Who ever heard of her blog? What is it? Why don't you do a little blog? At the end of the year, she did this every single year. At the end of the year, the New York Times had dinner at her house. 2 years later, Nora Ephron made a movie out of her called Julie and Julia. But what she did is she was not an expert in anything. She made the internet her accountability partner and said, I'm going to do this every single day. Just this morning, somebody emailed me and said, guess what? I'm going to showcase my weight loss. I'm going to get in your daily program, make a video every day to showcase my journey, and my accountability partner is going to be the internet. Because nobody whines at you from the internet, right? Another example, that's her, you can demo a skill set. Gary Vaynerchuk, have you ever heard of him? So, he's a really energetic, wonderful guy. But he was also once a nobody. I mean, a perfect nobody. His dad had a liquor store making about $1 million a year gross sales. And he has a daily wine blog. This is exactly what you could be doing. He has daily wine blog, and he shows guys in particular how to choose wine, how to pour wine so they look good for the dates. Because you don't want to always be asking for Ripple, right? You want to have like the good stuff. You got to know Chardonnay, And so he had a wine show showing people how to pour wine, how to hold the glass, which kinds of wines to buy, and then P.S. on the side, he had links to his wine school. He went from he started 2005 to 2006. In 4 years, his father's liquor store, wine store, went from $1 million a year to $45 million a year. That was it. Daily video blogging. And he showed something. Now you can do a lot. You can demo a skill set. There are other skills you can obviously do, but let me just make the point. Another thing you can do, if you think, well, you don't have any skills, you don't want to show the world anything, you can curate something. Macworld, how many of you have heard of Macworld? That's nothing but a blog with the people look everywhere online to find information on the Mac. And they curate it, just like a museum. And so if you're interested in Mac, like I am, you read stuff like that because they gather all the news for you. Treehuggers, that's the green site. TechCrunch, you know about that for those of you in the tech world. They curate everything. They find everything online, so you can do something like that for anything that you're interested in. Okay? The next one, let's see. So the bottom line then is a blog, which of course BlogBeast is a super duper version of. What does it do for people? Increase their exposure, remember? Build a following, and you can become a celebrity in your niche if you want. So now we come to the bottom line here, which is who are you going to sell to? So that's, how many of you have a network marketing experience before where you talk to people and they don't have any money, everybody's broke? I mean, don't you just hate that? Like, okay, so who are you going to sell it to? And I'm going to give you a little trick that you can use that's 100% guaranteed to work to help you find people who always have the money. You ready? Okay, so first of all, you find professional service providers. I'm going to tell you where to find these because I have actually a minute left, so that's wonderful. Professional service providers who own their own business. Now, let me give you some examples. Dentists. accountants, chiropractors, plastic surgeons, body workers, personal coaches, life coaches, business coaches, health coaches, and fitness trainers. Those are the types of people. They own their own show. So you're not going to McDonald's where nobody can make a decision. You're not going to Kaiser where nobody can make a decision. You go to the people who own the shops, own the business, who are in the business because they love what they do. That they're not hogging somebody else's machine, right? They're in it because they love it. This is how they want to spend their life. They want to help people doing whatever these things are that they are. So you find those people. Now here's how you will always know that they have money to spend. To advertise their business. Remember what it is? More exposure, bigger following, right? Become a celebrity. And here it is. They spend money on advertising. Got it? Anybody spends money on advertising, you know they're not going to say, oh, $25, that's a lot of money. They're not going to say that. Let me show you how you find these people, because of course everything is easier said than done, right? How do you find out who spends money on advertising? Okay, I'm going to tell you a couple sources. There are many things one could say about all of these, but I'm going to give you a couple of quick sources. Info USA, how many use that service? Look them up. Just go online and find them. I'll give you a little tip because I have like a minute. It's wonderful. Local newspaper ads. Let me do the easy one first. Local newspaper ads. If you look in your local newspaper and you see dentists are advertising, what does that mean? They're spending money? And why are they spending money?
Desperate.
They want more business. Hello? Is anybody home? So you look at the newspapers for who is advertising and find people who own their shops. Restaurants, chiropractors, massage therapists, even the small papers, like in California, like they have the Pacific Sun. So you look for the local papers and the big papers to see which of the people are advertising. And then of course you can contact them, but you can also put ads on Facebook. It's very clever how you can do that. I'll show you. All right, so that's for the papers. For the Info USA. Info USA is a huge resource, and it'll probably take you 4 or 5 hours just to learn how to use it. And if you want to make obnoxious income, be prepared to do obnoxious work. I'm just telling you. Just prepare to learn. I mean, I can tell you, somebody who went to Harvard, the hardest thing is to get into that school. Because you bust your butt doing whatever you do to get there. But once you're there, they always tell us, we treat you with kid gloves. And this is the same here. If you're willing to do the work to learn, go on and learn it. I mean, that 15K is like, what is it? Like a master's degree, I think, in online education. I think I have, I'm done. Well, here's the bottom line then. The bottom the idea here is to help make their dreams come true. And you're using the service. Is that clear? Has everybody got that?
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage, Chris Rickard.